And it's been sitting there untapped for centuries, and now the mining industry can release that natural wealth, and you can then harness it for transformation. And when that's done right, it's sensational. The country that I work on and in is Botswana, Southern Africa. And if you go back 40 years, Botswana was a poor little country, landlocked, arid. This was all the potential of being a nightmare. And they discovered diamonds. The diamonds came out of the ground, but more importantly, the diamonds were harnessed to grow the whole economy, to bring prosperity. Botswana is now the highest income country in Africa, and it actually, for many years, was not just the fastest growing country in Africa, it was the fastest growing economy in the world. Right? So that's what diamonds did for Botswana. But then if we take that same mineral, diamonds, and just look elsewhere, another country in Africa, diamonds, unlike Botswana, it wasn't landlocked, it had a wonderful coastal position, and unlike Botswana, it wasn't arid, it was wonderfully fertile, and it had diamonds, right? So it's got everything. Discovered diamonds, what happened? It fell to the bottom of the world's human development index. It's one of the fastest economic declines in history, and that's Sierra Leone. So, that same mineral, diamonds, two little countries, both poor initially, one undoubtedly better opportunities than the other, but the one with better opportunities crashes, and the one with not many opportunities just takes off. Right? Now, what that tells you is minerals are a wonderful opportunity. You can be the next Botswana, but it's not automatic. Right? It's not just out of the ground and whoosh. Right? There's actually things got to happen. It's not rocket science, but there are things you've got to know, and there's things you've got to do. And nobody can do that for you. You have to build those capacities in your country, and that's what you're about. Now, pretty well all of you are reasonably young. In fact, by the time you get to my age, you'll look very young. But it's actually your future that we're talking about here. You know, minerals development, minerals-based development over the course of a generation can make this transformational difference. Think what the old guys in Botswana are saying to their children. You know, they're saying that thanks to my generation that you're now prosperous. And think what the children in Sierra Leone are saying to the old people in Sierra Leone. Right? They're saying, how did you mess this up? Right? So, in a generation's time, you'll have kids and they'll be saying either, well done, you know, or they'll be saying something very different. It's up to you. You've got to build the capacities. You've been doing that. You're in strategic positions in your country. You'll continue to be in strategic positions. But success depends upon building a critical mass of people who understand the issues and have the relevant capacities. And you've got to be the catalysts in your countries of that critical mass of informed people. Now, technology is very much on your side, both in spreading ideas within your country, but also in learning from each other. And my final message is you've had this opportunity not just to learn from the Australians, but to get to know each other. And with modern technology, you can stay in touch with each other. And that is actually a wonderful resource, because from time to time, you'll all be hitting rather similar problems. And so a very good way of confronting your problems is to get in touch with somebody else in a country that's just tackled the same things. And you'll learn from each other that actually these problems can be overcome. You will hit a lot of them. Right? But if you stay together as clusters, not everybody has to know everybody, but if you go away staying in touch with half a dozen people, that you can then periodically say, how are you going? These are the issues we've faced, these are the battles we've won, these are where we're still struggling. And you learn that you're all struggling and you're all starting to win. So, my final message is that yes, you've had a wonderful opportunity to learn from Australians, and look, you're in one of the most prosperous countries on earth. This is a country which is deeply envied across the rich world because they're even richer than everybody else. Right? They're richer thanks to mining. So it's a wonderful opportunity to learn from them, but now learn from each other. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much, Paul. That's been a great message. And it's interesting that, I guess, Paul reflected in many ways the same message we heard first thing this morning from James Gilling about the power of technology and the importance of networking. We weren't joking this morning when we did say that this was actually the most important day of the week for us, and it has been. We've been really delighted by the buzz and the interaction in the room. At the end of the day, the success of the IM4DC program and the broader Mining for Development initiative will be decided by the way in which you interact with each other and with the stakeholders in your own countries. And if the energy and the really good ideas we heard today are anything to go by, then I think we're really looking forward to seeing those outcomes. So thank you very much, I guess, for your efforts today, and indeed over the last last week, for those of you who've been involved in the two programs we had in Brisbane and Perth. I'm about to hand over back to Jill just for some sort of final housekeeping and wind up of the day. But firstly, thank you very much. It's been great to see some familiar faces back here in Australia from the alumni, and I look forward to seeing many of you in your own countries in the coming couple of years as we try and respond to many of the things you've identified. So from IM4DC, Richard, Ian, myself and the whole team who've been supporting the day, thanks. And please log on to the Community of Practice website, put up your photos. It's great to actually see faces on there and not just sort of empty boxes, and post some thoughts as soon as possible. Thanks very much.
So just to reiterate to Robin, thank you to you guys, but can we please give a big round of applause and thank you to the team. That's fabulous. We just have a couple of little housekeeping things to finish off. One is Prue is going to hand round just a feedback form for the day today. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. And if you haven't signed in, there were some sign-in sheets on your tables. They now have gone over to that table, but please see Prue if you didn't sign in, if you didn't sign a sheet, another colourful sheet. It had lots of colours on it. We have lots of colours here today. So please see Prue if you haven't signed in, and please fill out your feedback forms. And where are they coming back to, Prue? Where we leave them on your table. Leave them on your tables, and we will collect them. So thank you very much.